Well, welcome back to MCM Outdoors, and thanks as always for clicking on this video. I'm out on this one with Tom for his first sort of solo on his own in a tent on a wild camp. So we've had a nice relaxed walk up, and we're just waiting around till it's a little bit later before we pitch the tent. So we've been here for a good few hours. We're hoping for some aurora. Tom, what tent are you in?
The Nordisk Telemark.
Nordisk Telemark. So probably going to get Tom's up first. Unfortunately, the wind's forecast to pick up to almost 50 miles an hour. So Tom's needs a little bit of shelter. I'm in the Hilleberg Nammatj, so that'll be absolutely fine. So we're going to pitch that on the higher ground, listen to some podcasts, and hopefully get some aurora borealis activity, because we had it at home last night, and if we don't get it, I'll put some of the pictures I took last night. It was absolutely fantastic. But we'll get Tom's tent pitched, he can get his stuff into it, and he can have a go himself. We'll see how he gets on in the wind. Be a bit of a challenge. Right, so he got there in the end. Yeah. It's a steep learning curve, isn't it? Yeah. Is it comfy in there?
Yeah.
You're in charge of organising your tent, your own space, yeah. Looking after your gear, making sure it doesn't blow away. Yeah. Is it nice and relaxing in there now? Yeah. If you feel your air mat's going down, you need to top it up. You're in charge of everything now, okay? So the Telemark isn't doing bad there. Tom's nice and cosy, and yeah, it's probably about time that we look for somewhere to pitch the Nammatj. Well, so pack wise, we're on a different one today. I always like to mix the gear up on MCM Outdoors, and I've been selling a lot of my older stuff just to keep a bit of interest. I love my outdoor gear, but it was getting ridiculous, especially in terms of storage space. So what I've been doing is eBaying quite a lot, and you know, turning things over. It's a 45 litre pack by Fjallraven. Just, it's not sponsored, I wish I was, but I got this online, good price. It's a Freeluft 45. Mixed mind about it really, because it's not the G1000 material. They've moved away in some of the packs, and yeah, it's a bit of a polyester material, albeit a high denier, so it's, you know, it is nice and robust. First outing, so we'll see how it performs. But 45 litres, it's taken all my gear with no problems whatsoever. Got a Nammatj in there, which is a 2-person tent, couple of cans of beer, you know, the usual things I take out on a camp. So really comfortable. It's got a nice airy mesh panel. Now the only downer, which again, it doesn't really bother me, because this is because the way this is panels designed, the pack has got some slight curvature to it, so it's narrow in the center, but it's not affected how I've packed it. Some people might not like that. It doesn't particularly bother me. Like, nice airy mesh, nice gap there, you can easily get your hand behind it, so it's absolutely fine. So what I need to do is, wherever I come here, it's always windy, always windy. I've never been here and it's not been windy. So that's why Tom's down here a bit. I might just put mine on the next level up and we'll go from there. But yeah, I think it's time to get pitched. So we've stored the poles separately, nicely compressed down, really compressed actually. It's one of the benefits of packing your bag that way. It's always the tent poles which determine how long or bulky that your pack is in your tent, that is. Well, yeah, and then I've just clipped the poles into the side here, and I always, just for a bit of security, I always put that through the loop You don't want to lose these. So yeah, first night in the Nammatj. I'm really excited for that. I could go round and put a few more pegs in, but that's absolutely fine for me. Yeah, the Hilleberg Nammatj, I've wanted one of these for a while. There's none available new, and I think there might be toward the middle or the end of summer. And I got this on eBay. There's a bit of a tale behind it. The famous like new, only pitch once has bit me on the backside. Those of you that follow me on Instagram will know what I'm talking about. Those that don't, well, keep watching the video and I'll explain a bit more later on. But it's a nice tent. It's a tunnel tent, and it's a 4-season tunnel tent. It is very robust. It's part of Hilliberg's Black Label series with the Kerlon 1800 fabric, and their 10mm DAC poles, actually 10.25 millimeters. So it's very strong. It's got the strongest materials, and it's designed for the worst conditions. Certainly a lot more than this current location can throw at it, but it's something I've wanted for ages. And room wise, for one, it's absolutely luxurious. I'll never be a lightweight camper. I've got some lightweight gear now to go on lighter camps, but I think my heart and soul is in the big beastie tents. Loads of room in them. You know, for one person, it's absolutely palatial. So yeah, come inside, have a look. We'll get set up, show you the beers. We'll see how Tom's getting on. I asked him, did he want to pitch a bit closer? But credit to him, he said no. It's kind of like he's on his own. I'm up here and out the way. So mentally for him, it's a bit of a trial run. He can't see me, I'm away from him, although he's not too far away, as you can see just there. But for him, you know, it's like he's on his first solo. So yeah, good lad, proud of him, he's doing well. Let's get the gear in, let's get the mat inflated, and let's make this Nammatj like home. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? As always with these kind of fastenings, it's always a bit of a chore. I've actually got a peg on Tom's door there, but you've got to roll them tight, get all the fabric in, kind of in on itself. But the wind always kind of jangles it undone. Is that a word? Is that a phrase? I don't know. It is now. Yeah. Let's get this door open. Let's find the zips. Yeah, so room wise, for one, you know, if I sit on me bum like I always sit, cross-legged, yeah, look at that, absolutely palatial. Got a lovely drying line on the top. That's where I'm going to be putting my my torch or my lantern and things like that. Yeah, it's a nice tent. I've got a mate, or a YouTube mate, Tom Heaney. He does some cracking tent testing videos, actual genuine tests of tents in real conditions. I'll link Tom's channel below, but he's tested this and many others. So if you really want to know what true tests of tents are from people that know what they're talking about, have a look at that link and check out Tom's video of this Nammatj. That cemented in my mind that it was a really capable tent. Tunnel designs, sometimes when you've got side winds, can be a little bit unstable. You get a little bit of flex, but with the 10mm poles, it's just nice and rigid, and we've got it pitched. The wind is coming toward the camera directly, so got great views out to Shuttling Slough. I never name the location of where I am, and I always ask, please, with respect, don't put it in the comments. It's pretty obvious, but it just avoids any undue pressure on one particular spot. All we've got to do now is get the sleeping pad inflated, and yeah, I think it's about time we had a beer. Just checking you're still alive.
Oh no, I'm dead.
So what do you think of it? Get where people can hear?
It's so cool.
No one can hear. You need to get in talking range of the mic. You need to sort this out. What have you been doing? Looking out at the views.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so nice. Like, I don't know, it just feels like an escape from everything because you're just in like a mini home in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
Can't beat being in a mini home.
Yeah, a mini home in the absolute middle of nowhere.
How's the Nordisk Telemark 2.2 lightweight?
You know, on the outside it doesn't look it, but it actually feels really spacious.
Yeah, it's nice and high, isn't it, in the centre?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this tent. A lot of people say they have problems with condensation in it, and I mean the condensation thing as well. In general, there's nothing you can do about condensation. The only thing, I mentioned it, I've reviewed this, so I'll leave my link to the Telemark review in the comment section, description of the video. But if they change these clips, you know, the way of fastening the doors, I'm using a peg, you know, you shouldn't really have to do that. But if they just change it to the bungee, the elastic and bungee option, it'd stop them unrolling. So that'd be good, and maybe the light, you know, what weighs another gram, 2 grams. Same with the inner. It's just little things like that, which keeps everything nicely tucked out the way. But it's a nice tent, it's very well made. Loads of good options you can do with it. You know, taking the poles out and using the door as a bit of an awning to get some shelter from the elements. But it's nice. I sealed it myself. And it's, like I say, it's the sill nylon variant, so it's really light. I've modded the ground sheet, but I wish I hadn't, because I could never get it as taut as it did. So I've cut off the fabric loops on the ground sheet, and I've ended up attaching it to, you know, the pegging points, but I don't like it. So yeah, I'm going back to the original footprints, which I'll have to get. But there you go. Soon going to be time for some food. What do you think? Are you hungry yet?
Yeah, I am quite hungry.
You're hungry?
So that'll be nice.
Yeah. So we are cooking burgers. We've got you've got it somewhere in the bag, the frying pan. If you haven't,
Oh yeah.
we're not eating burgers. So you'll have to get the frying pan out. We'll get some food on the go. Skies wise, well, you've seen it in the clips. It's a little bit hazy, isn't it? Becoming slightly overcast, but fingers crossed we'll still get some Northern Lights action tonight. And like I say, if you don't, I'll put the pictures from our back garden which we saw last night. Really good spectacle. So that's it. Time to get some burgers on.
Thank you. Wow.
Juice.
Juicy.
Good juice.
Look at it all. Wow.
Oh dear. It's a lot harder when there's two of you on a camp.
How come?
Well, when you're looking after one. They're nice. There might be all eating noises on camera, and if there is, we apologise. But cheers to the great outdoors. Rating out of 10 so far.
This camp or the food?
Tell the camera.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
All of it.
Cheers to the great outdoors.
Cheers. Honestly. Throwback to the Pendle Hill Wild Camp with Charlie and Ant, which I really enjoyed because I feel on like days like this, it's like you can do so much more while you're camping. It's like I've not just been in my tent the whole time. I must have gone so far out around here. It's amazing. You just get to explore and look. You get to have like your tea outside and all of this. Like it's just phenomenal.
Good word.
Yeah. What are your?
Well, let's eat these in peace and we'll speak to everyone later.
Okay.
Well, that was nice. Nice evening meal. You know, I don't normally have anything that I cook on a stove. Normally I'm there with the convenience and the dehydrated, just add your boiling water. But yeah, Tom's a little bit fussy in terms of what he likes. He's just messing around there, having a bit of an explore, which is what it's all about. The sky, it's pretty hazy, some real high level cloud, and there's a lot of haze, which is the visibility is reduced. I could see into Manchester on the airport earlier on, and we've lost the visibility, but still, we've still got a few hours before darkness, so things could change. Loving the tent, so roomy. Love the one-handed operation of these guy lines, especially when you've got gloves on. You just slacken them off, pull them taut again. Nice big vents. Now I've unzipped them. It's a nice design. It's just a typical tunnel tent, but it's pitched right into the wind. As you can see, it's billowing out there, and it's pretty stable. The guy lines got them quite long. Well, yeah, it's absolutely great. I've put the Telemark just in that bit of a dip, just for common sense sake, really. If the gusts get up to 50 mile an hour, it might be pushing the capabilities, and I don't want Tom to have anything other than a positive experience on this camp. So I've put him down here, the infamous site of the hideous figure. What I'm going to do now actually is tell you about the giveaway. So my mate from Rawhide Custom, absolutely fantastic craft leatherwork business, small business as well. Really talented guy. He makes some exquisite handmade leather goods. I've had a wallet, I've had a hip flask, I've had a steers tag, which is what I'm going to be giving away, and I've had a Nelson lanyard with a lovely brass buckle on it, and I use that when I've got my keb pants on, and I'll just attach that around the belt, and it's just really handy for hooking your gloves on, things like that. But I'll leave a link to Rawhide Custom. So there's going to be some criteria for this. So we're giving away 6 steers tags, a lovely leather tag which you can customise. I put mine on my rucksack. I've just got the MCM Outdoors name on there, but it's great. They get a nice patina the longer you use them. You take them out in the rain, the wet, the cold, and they develop their own identity. But we're giving away 6, and to be in with a chance to win a steers tag, unfortunately it's only open to UK residents only, and you've got to do the following: comment in the video Rawhide I'm in, and follow Rawhide Custom on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and you've got to be a subscriber to MCM Outdoors. So there's your criteria: sub to MCM Outdoors, Rawhide I'm in the comments, and subscribe to both Rawhide Custom and MCM Outdoors on Instagram. We will draw 6 random names from the comments if you're entering, and we'll get those steers tags posted out to you with lovely brass buckles. They don't go rusty, and they just get better with age, and it's just a nice way to customise your gear, and you're supporting a local business from my hometown in Liverpool. So best of luck, hope you enter, and yeah, be sure to check out Rawhide Custom. Max is a legend, and his craftsmanship is absolutely exquisite. It's a massive A380. Tom's there filming that and pointing excitedly to the sky. Just doing its left turn. I'll do a big square box formation onto its final approach into Manchester. Yeah, it's always nice to see. Graceful despite the massive size. Should have brought me massively long selfie stick. Tom's exploring up there. I'm going to come and have a little clamber around these rocks. Probably some good bivvy spots here, to be fair. Big fat stomach. I've got a phone in there, that's what it is. Bit of middle-aged spread. Ooh. God, you wouldn't want to take a tumble off there. That would be end of days stuff. I should go a little bit dizzy, to be fair. Take a little step back. Yeah, the fear with heights after the infamous scramble over sharp edge with slippage. Never again. It's like my brain has just said, don't do that again, and I'm not. Like a mini gritstone edge. Have you been having a good time?
Yeah, really enjoyed this one. Luckily, it seems like the sky's sort of clearing.
Yeah.
So, let's just hope it is by 10:30.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Trees are in full leaf, as you can't see ahead of you. And I thought it was because of the creature in the tree. But she said she'd also seen something walking in the woods that was even worse.
It's very nice.
I hope your friends watch this, Tom.
Oh God. Oh no, I just thought, oh no.
I hope they make memes of it. Pass it around year 8.
It's very nice.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Right.
Very
Everyone's
nice.
going to unsubscribe for that now.
No, it's very nice, honestly though. Dr. Pepper is my second favourite soft drink. Is actually very nice. I don't know how they make it. It's like you can't describe the flavour, but yeah, it is actually very nice.
Then it walked around our tent, came to my side, and stood inches from my face. There was no smell, no heavy footfalls. I did hear one noise.
So Tom, your first solo wild camp and we're listening to some spooky stories. What are you thinking?
I'm just really enjoying today, and it's even better listening to Deborah Hatswell, especially like around us, you know, it just gives you that really eerie feel. You know, you can never be sure if you're alone in the wild.
What are some of the stories you've been listening to?
We've been listening to stories such as like these 8-foot tall creatures throwing like massive sticks at cars.
Dogmen.
Yeah, the dogmen. Oh, these things shaking tents in the middle of the night, so I pray that doesn't happen to me or Dad.
What's something shakes your tent in the middle of the night? 'Cause this is where I saw that hideous creature.
It is.
Somewhere over there in the darkness.
Well, the best
Near you.
the best thing to do is just stay calm, but knowing me, I'll just end up screaming.
Right, let's get back to it. Speak to you in a bit.
Speak to you in a bit, guys.
Stay in your tent, okay? See you in the morning. campers. Yeah, literally just woke up. Looked like it'd been dug up. That's pet. It was, yeah, very windy throughout the night. It's never stopped. It's never given up. But yeah, temp was fine. It was constant wind. I was actually really anxious and worried. I didn't sleep the best. I didn't like the idea that Tom was out there on his own. I was a bit worried in terms of the wind, and there was a guy up, just kept walking around the trig point. He was looking up at the sky, but yeah, for hours and hours and hours. He didn't talk. He kept sitting down and then walking around, and I wasn't comfortable going to sleep until he'd left. So I went to bed really late. But yeah, I haven't spoken to Tom yet, but the tent, the Telemark, looks absolutely fine. You will have to take my word for it. I did try and record what that wind sounded like. I appreciate it sounds quite bad, but you know, it wasn't light winds. It was pretty heavy. So that's done really well. And yeah, there was a bit of condensation throughout the night here, where that moist air was blowing in, but now it's dry as a bone. Now the weather forecast is for torrential thundery downpours, so my intention is to fire up a quick coffee, have a quick brew. I'll get my tent down, and then I will go and help Tom pack all his kit away and back into the bag, and then we'll make our way off. But yeah, fantastic first night in the Nammatj. Lovely tent, very, very livable, and it's not heavy unless you're an ultralight camper, in which case, yeah, okay. But this is not a heavy tent, and to have this much room, it's so easy to pitch with 2 poles, stretch it out, you know, it's fantastic. I'm also very mindful that some of the gear I use is expensive, and that's not because I'm well off or anything like that, and I'm not a tent snob, anything like that. You know, I'm pretty skint, like most people I should imagine at the moment, unless you're one of the lucky few. It's just that I've done it for that long and I've got that much gear. You know, things I've eventually just sold on over time, and just put more and more bits together, and it's just grown, and that's how I've been able to get, you know, more expensive bits of kit. That's not to say that lower end gear is bad or there's anything wrong with it, but I appreciate that for the majority of the time I'm using stuff that's quite dear, so I might balance it out. I might use some of my lower end bits of gear just to make sure that the videos are accessible, in terms of if you want to buy the kit I'm using, if you can't stretch to that I'm showing, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be in this tent, you know. Great if you want to be, fine, but you don't have to be. You can be in a 60-80 quid tent really, as long as you find the conditions to pitch it in. So I'm waffling on. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, I'm waxing lyrical. So yeah, look at that, bomb's gone off. But yeah, it's been a really good night. I didn't drink a mini bottle of Rioja because I was too busy staring at that guy for hours, seeing what he was doing. Right, stove.
was honestly one of the best sleeps I've had in my life, actually. I really enjoyed my camp, and I hope I can get out back into the wild soon.
Right, well, just have a little chill and then come over, we'll have a coffee.
Yeah.
And we need to get packed away. getting
Right.
away. All right.
Right.
Leave your things out to air, but you know, in the tent with the doors open, get some air and keep things dried out. So it was good.
Yeah.
Did you see the beast of the moors?
Not on this camp, but maybe on the next camp.
All right. Leave you to it. Come over in about 5 minutes. Right, so that's it for another wild camp. This time, bit of a first for Tom, in that it was his first night solo, albeit with me in the outdoors, and he's done well. That can be an intimidating thing. Once you've crossed that bridge, hopefully it's onwards and upwards, working towards D.V. and ultimately one day when he's old enough, going with his mates or going on his own and carrying the baton for MCM Outdoors. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Tom, what did you think of it? Did you like it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it today.
What does it? What do you like about it? What's good about it?
I just like it because it's like an escape. Because you just have a backpack and you just bring a mini home to anywhere you like, and you've like got insane scenery like this, and you just sleep there for the night. You just have a home from home for one night.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's good, isn't it? Good fun.
Yeah. It's really good fun.
So that's it. If you liked it, usual, give it a thumbs up, drop us a comment if you've got any questions for Tom. If you've got young ones, they want to ask Tom anything, he'll answer.
I'll answer it.
And yeah, great night in the Nammatj. Tom had a great night at the Telemark. Both tents performed very well in constant winds, and I'm liking the new rucksack too. I'll see you on the next adventure. Check out the back catalogue and take care.